head of one of India's largest wealth management companies was speaking at an event recently that I attended, and there he said something very interesting. He said, I have given my son a gift of 20 lakh rupees and this will take care of his retirement. He said that if you assume it grows at 15% CAGR, then 20 lakhs will become a whopping 216 crores over a 50-year period. That's 5 decades. It will reach 216 crores, and that will be enough to take care of the son's retirement. So this got me thinking, how realistic is this calculation? So first of all, you have to know what 216 crores after 50 years is worth in today's money. So if you apply a 6% inflation rate, then it translates to 11.7 crores. If you apply an 8% inflation rate, it translates to 4.6 crores. Both of these are still good numbers, but nowhere close to the eye-popping 216 crores that you are told. Of course, the other assumption to question here is this 15% CAGR. How realistic is 15% CAGR over a 50-year period, over 5 decades? Now, there are some funds which have given extremely high return over the past around 3 decades. So if you, for example, look at HDFC Equity Fund, the return is north of 18% CAGR since inception. And there are similar, this is just one example. There are other funds which were launched in the late 1990s or early 2000s, which have indeed given a very high rate of return, more than 15% also. But the atmosphere in the late 1990s was very different. The valuations of the Indian market were a lot more compelling. It was an under-owned market. It was just relatively, there were less expectations baked into it. Now we are in a different situation. There is a thriving SIP culture. The market has matured, and more importantly, the economy has matured. So when the economy matures and builds a large base, it is difficult to grow very fast on a large base. It's relatively easy to grow very fast on a small base. So all of these factors would mitigate against growing at a 15% CAGR. 12% looks more realistic. If you grow at 12%, you end up with 58 crores after 5 decades, and that translates to 3 crores in today's money. Again, this is not a bad amount, but it is a more realistic amount to aim for, and that too there are multiple caveats that this is only a possibility. This figure also can be wrong, and you have to have that much patience. You have to be ready to wait for 5 decades to eventually possibly end up with this 3 crore sum. Please be skeptical of wealth managers or relationship managers who come to your house, show you the returns of some fund in the past 20 or 30 years, tell you, sir, you will get this in the next 20 or 30 years. Past returns are not equal to future returns.